guys, Brett here, connecting from UB Central, and before this video starts, I just want to say thank you. The amount of support you showed me on my recent videos were just insane, and seriously, I can't thank you enough. It really means a lot. So, for today's video, we're going to be talking about Watch Dogs 2 being downgraded. Now, I don't want to make this video, but I've seen so many comments saying this game has already been downgraded or will be downgraded when it releases. And don't get me wrong, I know some people are just doing it to troll, but there is some people out there who truly believe it's been downgraded already or will be. With that said, I totally understand where some people are coming from. I'm not going to sit here and say the first Watch Dogs wasn't downgraded from E3 because it was. Even Ubisoft admitted that the game was downgraded and it caused a policy change. The CEO of Ubisoft stated at E3 2015 that when a Ubisoft game makes an appearance at an event, from here on out, it must be in a playable state that can run on something that every person can feasibly own. Now, since this policy was released, I honestly don't think one game has been downgraded as of yet. And I'm sure most of you have probably seen this video by user Crobecat, and it's called Ubisoft Downgrades, where he compares, E3 demos when it actually releases. And notice how every single clip he shows is footage before E3 2015. There's Watch Dogs from 2012, The Division from 2013, Rainbow Six Siege 2014, Far Cry 4 2014, and Far Cry 3 2011. So while this entire video is true, yes, they did downgrade their games before E3 2015, I haven't seen one game so far that has been downgraded by Ubisoft after E3 2015. Assassin's Creed Syndicate looked exactly the same from when it was shown, Far Cry Primal was as well, and don't you think it's a bit odd that Crobecat didn't show either of those games, or the Rainbow Six Siege and the Division gameplay demos from E3 2015? That's because they look pretty much exact to the final versions of the game. Now, even if you still don't believe that this is true, for whatever reason, the gameplay that was shown for Watch Dogs 2 was playable at E3. Tons of YouTubers, fans, media outlets got hands-on time with the game, and not one person said it was downgraded. And for the first Watch Dogs, correct me if I'm wrong, but no one got hands-on time with the game at E3 2012. But if you still think it could be downgraded, just look at the gameplay demos. I'm sorry, but the graphics aren't that impressive. They are better than the final version of the first game, but that E3 2012 version still destroys it with the weather effects, reflections, the smoke, everything. But anyways, those are a couple reasons why I don't think the game will get downgraded or is already downgraded. I really don't understand that second comment. But yeah, Ubisoft has lied to us countless times at E3. But even if this new policy didn't exist, do you really think the developers of Watch Dogs 2 want the same backlash as the first game? I mean, imagine working on a game for 5 years, and when it finally releases, the only thing people talk about is a downgrade. That's it. And even if they still didn't care about that, if the game got released and it was downgraded again, no one would buy a third game. They would literally lose their jobs and the franchise would end completely. Alright, I'm done talking about downgrades. In case you missed it, yesterday Ubisoft released a new Watch Dogs 2 series called Remote Access. I'm going to be honest, we really didn't learn anything new, but I still recommend watching the video because you get to see what the voice actors look like, and it's still pretty entertaining to watch. So I'll put a link to that in the description down below. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you at least consider my points. You don't have to agree with me, just don't comment downgrade in the future. If you want a game to improve, give the developers actual feedback about the story, gameplay mechanics, or anything, things that you would like to see, because commenting downgrade won't get you anywhere. But again, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support. I have an exciting announcement I will be talking about very soon. I will probably announce it on Twitter first, but I will be sure to mention it in my next video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all later.
Clips in the bottom, we dipping from Gotham. Yes, eclipsed by the shadows of dark dance to the coffin. I'm a fellow with felony, suspect of a felony. With black rock in my law, feds is checking my melody. Running, fuck the slow-mo.